having an issue with my window here. I rolled it down and it won't go back up. You can kind of hear something's definitely broken in there, so got to take this door panel off and see what needs to be repaired. First things first, I'm going to remove these 7mm bolts here and here. Now that I have those 2 bolts on the bottom off, I'm just going to use this screwdriver to pry this panel loose and pull it off. So I just pulled straight out on that. You can see just some push clips here, and then like a wedge on the other side pulls right out. All right, now for this piece here, just gonna pull up a little bit here and then pull it out. You can see that there was like a hook piece that hooked in there, and then on this side it's this tab here, and so when you pull it out you kind of have to slide it this direction in order to get it out. With that out of the way, I've unclipped the harness here, and then I'll take out this remaining 7mm bolt right there. All right, now with all of that removed, I'm simply just gonna pull up on this panel and it should slip right off here. And that was simple enough. Came right up and off, no big deal. In order to get this vapor barrier off, I'm going to need to remove the speaker, and I also pried this wiring harness attachment loose. All right, I just ordered a WLRA 19. It's a right side window actuator. And if you don't know what right side is in a car, it's always when you're sitting in the driver's seat facing forward, so that would be the passenger side. So the unit looks really good. Came really nicely packaged from Rock Auto in this large, oversized, and very well padded box. So I'm looking good for the install here. Everything is going to be a brand new track, and we'll see how it installs. The first thing you got to do is you got to drill out these rivets on this assembly here. You can see the new unit. It's got a spot there. You're going to have to get some aftermarket bolts to bolt that on, because you're going to have to drill out those rivets to get that bracket on. I had to slide down the glass here to get at the rivet to drill it out on this side. You can see that this side's been removed, so I'm going to drill out this one now. You can see that I drilled that out. Now I'm just going to come in with a screwdriver and just kind of pry it off. Now with the rivets removed, the glass slides freely, and we're ready to remove the center piece. I dropped by the Home Depot and picked up some machine screws to replace the rivets. You can see here I'm using the 1032 fine thread with these lock nuts and some washers. All right, I got this new unit hanging here off the door. Just kind of lining it up. You can see the new unit has these studs coming out of it, and that's going to line up with these points right here. There's one back here. It's the studs there to go through. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these bolts right here. And pull the assembly out. An interesting challenge I'm having here. I was able to take the nut off of this one, but this one, it just keeps spinning. I think like the press or the weld on the stud in the back broke off, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get that removed. But got the other ones removed here. So yeah, it's ready to go. This bolt right here has become a super pain for me. The weld or the press that holds it in place on the back side of the unit, the stud, has broken free, and so it's impossible to loosen this. It's on a little too tight. So yeah, sorry for all the excessive sun. I'm out here in Arizona doing this. This is what ended up working for me. I dropped the window pane all the way down, and I just stuck this channel lock in here to try and grab on the back side, and she came off. I forgot one final bolt right there. You got an electrical connector right here that you've got to release, and it's got the tab right there. So just go ahead and take that off. I went ahead and taped up the windows so it would stay up, and now I'm ready to drop the new assembly into its hole. I would say this job has been kind of intimidating. I removed this piece right here, just the push press fit, so that I could fit the new assembly in the hole. The new assembly is installed. You can see the tabs fell into place. It was a very tight fit. I had to use both arms to do it, and but it's in place and everything looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting this back together. This new Motorcraft motor unit is positioned a little differently than the old unit, but I like the position. It's really easy to install that plug. I went ahead and also installed the nut and the washer on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and do that on this side as now, and I'll be ready to tighten everything down. To get in this other side, I had to install the switch here for a second and hold this while I kind of just moved it up so that I could get access to the place where I need to install the bolt there. I couldn't do it from down below. All the bolts are snugged up. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a test run here before I put everything back together. Everything's working properly like it should. That's what we want to see. Perfect. Reinstall your speaker. All right, I got everything back together here. You can see that this piece was fragile and it cracked. I'm gonna have to go to Pick and Pull and get a new one of those. But we got the new window installed and everything is working properly here. So happy about that. And yeah, another successful install. The Explorer is back.